For now, I'm getting all these plugs and everything undone. Got everything. And then you just gotta feed it out of there. Unbolt all that down and get all the rest of the plugs off the firewall back there. And then take this bolt right here out. Pull that out. These right here, they can come off. But like once it's in your hand, it'll probably be a little easier to unplug all that. Right now, I don't really want to come all undone. And then, yeah, start thinning up that wiring by a pretty good bit. All that right there will probably end up with about, them aren't the exact wires, so we'll probably end up with about that much out of all that right there. A lot of it goes away. And half of these get, not even more, probably more than half, like honestly. Probably end up with about that many more. Probably end up with this much right here and cut that much out. It thins it down a lot once you make it simple. We got Payson out here and Georgia coming to show me how to do something now, I guess. They're just out here helping me.
All right, y'all, we got a little bit of time tonight. As you can see, we've still got our hands full here. But we work on it when we can, you know. We definitely don't do this for a living. This is definitely a hobby. So we find 15 minutes when we find 15 minutes. So while I was feeding the babies, Brooks came out, unhooked our connectors from inside under the dash. We got them fed out the hole. Once we get these babies laid down tonight, we will come out here. We're gonna unbolt everything off the firewall, get it laid out on the table, and start stripping her down, getting rid of all the wires we don't need. But we wanted to give you a little update. This is our 15 minutes to work on it today, and progress is progress, whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. If you get a few minutes each day, you get accomplished. So hang out with us and we'll show you what we get done. All right, y'all, we got about another 15 minutes or so this evening to work on it, and we got the wiring harness pulled out in the engine bay. I looked around, I thought I had some painter's tape, I cannot find it, so before we start tearing it apart, I definitely want to label some wires that I know we're going to keep. So I'm not going to start tearing it apart tonight until we get some tape tomorrow. Tomorrow we should have a few hours to work on it, so hopefully we'll get you some good content tomorrow and be able to put us something together. But pretty good step. I haven't done but a few wiring jobs, so seeing this all laid out here like that's a little bit overwhelming, but we found a couple good YouTube videos we're going to reference back and forth to, and I think we'll be able to get it done. It's only as hard as you make it, right? So we'll take our time and get rid of about 90% of this wiring right here. So that's going to lighten it up and make it clean up nice and neat, and we'll go from there. And yeah, it's probably going to be the next day or two of working on it, is getting all that cleaned up. There's some wiring under the dash that looks terrible that we got to kind of figure out what's what with that and kind of clean up the squirrel nest, but we'll get there when we get there. But y'all hang in there, and hopefully we'll put you something together. All right, we've been out here in the shop tearing away at this wiring harness. Come across a little spot that maybe y'all can gain some knowledge from, so we wanted to share it with you. This little bulkhead here where it goes through the firewall gives a lot of people trouble, because this is like a silicone they got in there, so you can't just pull the wires through. So we took our heat gun, heated it up just right here on it for maybe 30 seconds, not very long at all. That softened it up. Then you come through with your wires that you've cut free, and you can just pull them right on through, just like so. As long as you got the wires kind of in line where they're trying to go, it'll pull right on through. %60 of the time, it works every time. All right, y'all, we're back. We've got to spend a few hours on it today. wiring is not mine nor Brooks' strong suit, so we always take our time and try to follow whatever instruction we got to go by and not get in too big of a hurry. But we finally got it stripped down. When this storm passes by, we'll stick it back in the truck, make sure the headlights and windshield wipers and brake lights and all that stuff still works. And once I know that we did a good job, we'll do a breakdown video, show y'all plug by plug what wires is left. Because the videos we went by, it kind of showed you what to cut out, and then at the end it showed you what wires would be left. And I feel like we could probably cut some of that out and just show you what wires is coming out of what plugs and cut the rest of them out. I feel like y'all probably got enough common sense to, if I show you what you need, you can get rid of everything else. But like I say, once we make sure everything works like it's supposed to, we'll do that and get that put up. But it's a lot of wires gone, and hopefully it's gonna look a lot better. We're gonna get it cleaned up, get all the old 34 years of gunk off of it, and put some fresh loom on it and all that too once we check it out and make sure it works like we think. So getting it cleaned up. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video today. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something. We did learn too, the part we were showing you where you heat up the block and pull the wires out. The wires that are on the bottom, they're a little bit hard to pull through because all the wires on top. So if you heat that thing up and you just pull the wires straight through, that worked a whole lot better. We kind of got in our little groove and forgot to video that to show you. But other than that, everything went pretty smooth. Like I say, we're going to get it cleaned up, get it in the truck, check it out, and y'all come back and check that video out too. We'll see you.